Hey there, thanks for visiting. Today I'm going to be doing a very fun tutorial. It's on this Tropical Blue and Green Ombre Summer Cut Crease. I know that cut creases can be a little bit hard at first, but I'm going to walk you through it and try to make it as easy for you as I can. So let's go ahead and get to blending. Let's start off by priming our eyelids. I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, and this one is in the shade Light Ivory, and I'm going to apply this all over my eyelids. Blend it out with my damp beauty blender, and of course set the concealer so that it doesn't crease. Today I'm going to start off the look by using my Urban Decay Electric Eyeshadow Palette. I'm going to begin by using my Sigma E65 Small Angled, using this color Thrash, a bright yellow, and I'm going to begin mapping out the cut crease. I'm starting above my natural crease because I do have hooded eyes, so the cut crease would not be visible if I did not apply the cut crease line above my natural crease. I then went in for our second shade with this green from the Morphe 35B palette, which you will see very soon, but I failed to film the color, but it's a green similar to that Urban Decay color. Then taking my Morphe 35B palette, I'm taking this light blue and I'm going to finish off the cut crease line. I'm lightly blending these colors together, not going in with a heavy amount of blue because we want to make it a gradual process so everything blends together very softly. I then went in with Urban Decay's Thrash and I took a pencil brush from Sigma. This is the Sigma E30 pencil brush. I'm taking the green, which is the green that I actually used in my crease, and I'm going to start buffing out the colors and blending them all together so it gives it a more gradient ombre effect. I then went in with that blue that we used for that third color, and I'm going to begin by buffing out that line. It was a bit harsh, so we really want to make it soft and gradient, but we want it to define the eye as well. So I went ahead, got up in there, and blended up that blue. I then took a small Anastasia brush and I went ahead and blended all over, taking no extra product, just a light, clean blending brush. Now I'm taking my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer in Light Ivory and a Wet n Wild concealer brush, and I'm going to begin by cutting the crease. I basically went by the other eye. I wanted them to be even, so I went ahead and went off the other eye since that one was already complete. So I tried to make them as even as possible. It wasn't perfect, but it was somewhat similar to where I could try to pull it off at least. But cut creases are never going to be perfect unless you're a master at them, which I'm not. But we're just going to cut the crease, and I'm making a curve S shape so that it just flows with my natural eye shape, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead, blend that concealer in with that brush, and then I'm going to take my Sigma angled brush and this green and blue mixed together, and I'm going to begin defining the tail of that cut crease line. We don't want the colors to be too light where you can't see anything, so I went in with a darker blue from the Urban Decay Electric Palette. This color is called Chaos, and I went ahead and used that Sigma angled brow, and I went ahead along that crease line at the end and defined it a little bit more and darkened up that blue. So I went with a light amount because these eyeshadows are pressed pigments, so it doesn't take much at all. Now I went in with that Sigma pencil brush and I went ahead, took that blue and blended it together, and I'm just mixing that in with that green so that they really blend together nicely and it has that nice ombre effect. I then took the middle green shade that we used in the middle of the eyes, blended that together, and I just really smudged those colors together, and in the end it creates a beautiful ombre effect. Then I went in with that first yellow and blended that color out as well. And since we were messing with shadows, I have to go in again and cut the crease and just clean up that crease line. Then I took my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk and I applied this all over my eyelids. I wanted my eyelid to be very bright since we have no shimmer or no eyeshadow on the eye, so I really wanted to brighten it up. So I went ahead and applied that and blended it in with my finger. Then I took a white eyeshadow from my Morphe 35B palette and I took a Sigma E50 large fluff brush and I applied it on the eyelids to set that concealer. Then I went in with that dark blue from the Morphe palette and I went ahead and just redefined the crease a bit, then took that clean Anastasia blending brush to buff out the line. Now for eyeliner time, I'm taking my NYC liquid eyeliner. I'm going to begin by mapping out the wing. I'm following the shape of the cut crease. I feel like when your eyeliner is basically the same shape as your cut crease, it flows together very well. I love how that looks. So I'm basically going to do that, connect the wing back down to my lash line, and then complete it because you can't leave that unfinished. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to try to perfect my eyeliner as much as possible. Let's move to our face. I'm using the NYX Angel Veil Foundation Primer. This will make you look like pores don't exist. Amazing drugstore foundation primer. I love how much it just wipes those pores away. So I'm going to apply that and focus it in the cheek area. For foundation today, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. I used a light layer. Since it's summertime and it's so hot outside, I didn't feel like applying a very heavy foundation, so I went in with a light layer today. To cover up my under eye circles, I'm using the Kat Von D Lock It Concealer in the shade L9. I applied a fairly light amount of this. I didn't feel like a heavy face today, so I applied a light amount of that and blended that out with my damp beauty blender. To add some glow to the skin, I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit, using Forever Lit on a Morphe G23 fan brush. I'm applying this on my cheekbones. This is a very fun highlighter. It's silver but has a duochrome blue finish, so it's fun to wear with colorful eye looks like this. I'm moving on to my Lorac Pro Contour Palette. I'm taking that banana powder and on a Sigma F25 tapered face brush, I'm going to set my concealer with this powder so that it doesn't crease and that it stays in place all day. Now let's bronze. I'm using my Physicians Formula Maru Maru Butter Bronzer. I'm using my my Sigma F30 large powder brush to apply this. It applies it very softly. It's nice. It's not too dense. It applies a nice amount of product to the skin without being overload, which is really nice. Let's take Thrash from the Urban Decay Electric Palette. I'm going to smoke out my bottom lash line. I'm using that Sigma pencil brush. This is the E30 pencil brush, so I'm applying that all over the lower lash line. And then I'm going in with the blue from the Morphe 35B palette, and I'm taking that pencil brush, but I'm just focusing the blue color on the outer lash line. For blush today, I'm using my favorite blush in the entire world. It's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Incandescent Electra, and I'm applying that with a Sigma F30 large powder brush. For the lips, I'm using a very fun color. It's the NYX Cosmic Metals Metallic Lip Cream in Extraterrestrial. A beautiful blue, and I thought it fit the look very well, so I went ahead and applied this all over the lips. I also did apply some lashes, but I failed to film it. Excuse me, my apologies. I used the Kiss Lash Couture Faux Mink lashes in the style Gala, which I will link below. They are my favorite drugstore lashes in the entire world, so I definitely recommend checking them out. And that completes this fun cut crease. I hope that you enjoy. I hope that you know that Jesus loves you very much. I love you as well, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.